Game 1 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinal series against the Toronto Maple Leafs is in the book. The Bruins win 4-1 Wednesday night at TD Garden with a full 60-minute effort, something that the Bruins haven't had in a while. Hi, I'm Joe McDonald with ESPNBoston.com alongside colleague James Murphy. Murph, what did you think of that performance tonight?
Well, it's like you said. I mean, that's a full 60-minute effort that I can't remember seeing from this Bruins team. It's been so long, and I'll give them credit. I mean, they've been saying for the last week, even a little before that, they've been saying that they've been building towards this type of effort and really seen some promising signs. But, you know, when a team's losing, you can't really take that seriously. You think they're just blowing smoke at you. But they really delivered. They delivered on their words, and they came out and they played the type of Bruins hockey that we're used to seeing.
The one thing that really stood out in my mind, at least, is even though everybody's going to be talking about the top line, especially David Krejci, who had a goal and 2 assists tonight, you have to look at this team's energy line. Again, we've talked about this line for years. Gregory Campbell, Daniel Paille, Sean Thornton. I mean, they really got things going tonight, and they actually helped out offensively, even though they weren't on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and that's been the case with this line ever since they've been here. And I mean, really, even when the Bruins were struggling, they were in that funk in the latter half of the season. That line never seemed to really go in a funk. I mean, Daniel Paille, I thought, was the unsung hero of this team. He was unreal this year, scored a lot more goals than one might expect from him. And this line has always come up big. I mean, you think back to the 2011 Stanley Cup Finals, and I hate always going back to that when we're citing good things for the Bruins, but, you know, they won the Stanley Cup, and you think back to that series when Claude Julien took out Tyler Seguin and put in Sean Thornton in Game 3 and got heavily scrutinized before that game. Thornton came out, started with the other team, got them going, and got the crowd going, and they never looked back.
No, exactly, and they carried that into tonight, and it really helped. And also, you have to look at maybe the game of Andrew Ference. I mean, this was kind of an interesting game for Andrew. He's always been the kind of guy, especially in the playoffs, to step up for his teammates. But I think he went maybe both ways tonight. What you think?
Yeah, he crossed some lines for sure. I mean, I don't have any problem with him coming to the defense of Johnny Boychuk, who laid what I consider an absolutely clean but devastating hit on Mikhail Grabovski, and I'm just getting tired of clean hits like that being punished too. But, you know, I have no problem with Ference jumping in there to defend Boychuk. However, another play involving Grabovski was Andrew Ference early in the first period coming around the side of Grabovski behind the Bruins net and just elbowing Grabovski right in the head. I mean, just raising the elbow up, and it looked like it got him more just above the elbow there, but he made contact with the head. The replay shows it clearly. According to some reports, the NHL has reviewed it, and it doesn't look like there'll be any supplemental discipline, but you know what? It was a dirty play, and Andrew Ference can't be doing stuff like that because he's advocated against the same type of plays.
And this is going to be a physical and an emotional series. I mean, they all are this time of year at the Stanley Cup playoffs. But especially with these two teams, you're going to see that physicality come out. Mm-hmm. And you can see that both sides are almost trying to send a message tonight.
Well, it was interesting. I mean, you saw once the Leafs sort of felt like, hey, you know, we're not going to win this game, so let's send a message. We're going to show up for Game 2, and we're still around here. This series isn't won by any means. They started taking some extra hits after the whistles there, and, of course, we saw Kelly and Kamara fight at the end of the game there. And then Randy Carlyle, I haven't seen the replays yet, but Randy Carlyle claims that Sean Thornton jumped off the bench during that fight to come in and aid his teammates, so it's something maybe the league will look into there. But obviously the blood was boiling up there at the end of the game, and that will definitely carry over into Game 2. It looks like we've got a series.
Absolutely. Game 2 is at TD Garden Saturday night at 7 o'clock. And make sure for the rest of the Stanley Cup playoffs, check back with ESPNBoston.com.